So there's this guy that says it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Now, I forgot who said it, but I think that this makes sense when we're talking about a couple of things that's happening in our country right now. And we're going to talk about some of them today. There's the slow and steady destruction of the dollar, the US dollar, and the goal of the BRICS nations to replace the global reserve currency, the housing market, and just how bad an expert sees it going. And he also says it's much like in 2008. It's going to be bringing the stock market down along for the ride. Now, are you guys ready for another economic meltdown? Are your wallets ready to take on another crash like 2008? I also have footage that shows lawmakers physically pull back support for Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky and their war. Now, there's also the problem of retailers that are closing up stores in the country, and some really bad news for the IRS tax refunds for 2023. Oh boy, we got a doozy for you guys today. Now, before I continue, guys, please take a second, smash the like button for the video. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate the support. Totally helps out. And if you guys are new to the channel and you're in need of your daily dose of the truth when it comes to global happenings, the state of our economy, the housing market, the stock market, Social Security, be sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure your notification bell is turned on. And for the best way to invest in gold or silver, hit the link in the description of the video. How many of you guys remember Larry McDonald? Now, for anyone who might not be familiar with him, Larry McDonald was the guy that warned the Lehman Brothers about the subprime mortgage crisis way back in 2005. By 2009, the guy was considered a genius, and he now has a website called the Bear Traps Report and even contributes to CNBC. Now, apart from that great website name, McDonald is saying that there is another stock market crash on the way. Now, he developed a kind of system that he calls the Lehman Systemic Risk Indicators that ultimately includes a number of different variables, things like corporate default rate, stock market short interest ratios, and investor sentiment surveys, all of which are flashing signs right now that something big is about to go down. Now, for anybody who might be too young at this time to remember, McDonald's bosses at Lehman Brothers ignored him, and in turn, they went under back in 2008. Now, at the same time, the S&P 500 lost almost 50% of its value within a 17-month bear market span. Now, you're probably asking, well, how many indicators are we talking about that are flashing right now? Well, there's 21 of them. And if you ask McDonald, he would say that all of them are pointing at the highest probability of a crash or a sharp drawdown in the next 60 days, the highest probability since C19, end quote. Now, this is the same guy who saw what was going to happen to the housing market way back in 2005. And he's seen the worst. And he's saying that we are in line for something that's very similar, something that many experts are also predicting, although the narrative in the media continues to kind of spin a little bit of a different story. And that reminds me, and I just want to get this out of the way before I forget. Did you guys by chance see this video? What you're looking at is a walkout of Austrian parliamentarians who the media are calling pro-Russians. Why? Well, they walked out just as Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky was shown addressing the chamber via video link. I'm not sure why they're being painted as pro-Russia, especially when what I've heard is that they simply just don't want to send anything more than just the humanitarian aid. They don't want to send weapons because they feel that this would violate their neutrality. The Freedom Party, or the FPO, says that it's sad that they're the only party that's trying to uphold their neutrality and stand by peace, rather than pushing to keep the war going. Any thoughts on that, guys? Do you guys feel as though there are more officials in different governments that want war rather than peace in Ukraine? Was this their plan all along? Now, speaking of plans, we may be seeing something that has been long planned by many different nations who want to see the US dollar go down in flames. That's right, guys. I am talking about the BRICS nations and what may very well be the last days of our dollar's dominance in global trade. Now, if we go back in time, it's been a heck of a ride. We've had, 50 good years with the US dollar as the dominant global reserve currency. This is thanks to the petrodollar standard, which saw Saudi Arabia dominate oil transactions in US dollars. However, in recent years, this arrangement has been set aside as Saudi Arabia has signed agreements with other countries, including China and Russia, that bypass the US dollar. Now, at the same time, the BRICS nations, a group of countries that includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and others, they have emerged as a very powerful economic force, surpassing the G7 in global GDP. Now, some may say that, it would be impossible to create this much of a change. But newsflash, guys, there's a lot of countries that just don't like the United States, believe it or not. And this in turn will soon create a seismic change in the global economic landscape. It's not going to happen overnight, obviously, right? But I know that you guys are aware that China completed their first yuan-settled international LNG trade at the end end of March of this year. This is a huge deal. Pay attention, folks. Now, the biggest platform for us is that the dollar will be greatly weakened. I mean, just imagine what happens when we suddenly have a huge influx of US dollars coming back home. Can somebody say hyperinflation? Now, if you thought that goods were expensive now, you have not seen anything yet. This again opens up the call to diversify our wealth, and I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I will share with you what I've been doing. I've been looking at different types of investments, including investing in gold, physical precious metals, and items, tangible investments, tangible assets that I can hold. That way I can protect my purchasing power as well as being prepared for any kind of banking issues. Now, you guys are free to do whatever you want with your money, but I'm just telling you that things are not looking good for the future right now. Hopefully it's just a short-term blip, but it could be longer. Now, on that note, there's even less good news if we're talking about our IRS tax refunds for this year. Now, according to the IRS, the average refund payment for Americans who filed their IRS income tax returns by March 17th was $2,993. Comparing it to last year, it's down 9.4%. Now, experts say that this is because benefits that were supercharged in the health crisis have been rolled back by the government, kind of like the child tax credits and many others. But still, we hear that inflation is easing. Sure, talk is cheap, but the cost of food still isn't. And let me talk about retail for a second here. Foot Locker, you guys know the store, right? It's one of my favorite stores, or at least it was one of my favorite sneaker stores anyway. Well, they're closing 400 stores.
Foot Locker is downsizing. The company announced today it plans to close about 400 stores by 2026. It will have a smaller footprint in some shopping malls as it closes underperforming stores. The company is looking towards the future, and management says they want to reimagine the Foot Locker brand and become more relevant to younger shoppers, especially sneakerheads. Their new store and marketing concept is called Lace Up, which will focus on different types of sneaker shoppers.
We were told that everything's fine. The banking system is solid, inflation's going down, don't invest in stuff like gold, but you've got retail chains closing hundreds of stores at a time, and we're supposed to not worry. We're supposed to not pay attention to this stuff. How does that make good sense? Now, granted, Foot Locker is an expensive place, and so maybe people aren't able to kind of make room in their budget for that type of item. But even Walmart's closing up shop in some areas. Now, even with all that, how can we be told that the economy's strong and that we're headed in the right direction? Larry McDonald told us of a stock market crash in June. We're going to see just how bad things will be when that time comes. So my question is, how are you guys coping and preparing with this tough economic landscape that we're in and heading into? Should we just wait for the government to try to intervene and make everything okay for us again? Can you trust your government? Do you really rely on your government? Now, if you're part of this community, you don't need to wait until times are tough to try to do something about it. I see the people in this community, and you guys are people of action, and you're very smart. If you see an opportunity, most of you guys are willing to just jump on it. Now, if you guys want to talk more about generating multiple streams of income, other types of investments, whether it be precious metals, gold, silver, obviously there's a link in the description down below of this video. But we can also talk about side hustles, small businesses, investments in real estate, the stock market, the list goes on. But if you guys want to talk more about that, definitely hit me up in the comment section down below. We can discuss those things, maybe even create future videos on those topics. Now, the road to financial freedom, it's not easy, but it's also not impossible. I'll be waiting for you guys' messages. Now, before I go, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up for the video and subscribe for your daily dose of the truth. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.